Sorry, I'm eating, as you can see. Have you guessed the answer to my riddle? If you haven't, here's the riddle again. What root vegetable has diabetes? Still don't know the answer? The answer is a sweet potato. Get it? Diabetes, sweet, sugar. Don't mind me. So, I will be using sweet potatoes across all of the recipes I do today. Here's the first one. I did this video before, so take a look at this. And while you're looking at that, I'm going to start peeling the sweet potatoes that I have. Very good. Okay, I have finished peeling all of my sweet potatoes or yams, and I'm going to put them in the pot. Throw them in the pot. And I'm going to run water over them, and I'm going to let them boil until they get soft to the touch. After that, we'll come back with the next step. All right, they're fork tender. Oh, ooh, sound like a monkey. See how it goes in it easily? That's what you want. Now I'm going to drain the water out. And then I'm going to go to bed and finish this tomorrow. All right, so I'm back. My sweet potatoes have finished boiling. And I'm draining them. This is actually the next day. So I'm going to take them. I'm going to put them in this mixing bowl. And this is going to be the base. What I'm getting ready to do is going to be the base. I had to tear this one up. This one too. What was I saying? Oh, what I'm getting ready to do is going to be the base of all the recipes I do, all the desserts I do. Okay, now I am going to mash them up. Thought we had a different utensil, but I can't find it at the moment. So I'm just using a whisk to mash my potatoes up. And now I'm going to take some evaporated milk, whole evaporated milk, or evaporated milk with vitamin D in it. Now that it's getting darker quicker, we have to try to get all of our vitamin D's any way we can, whether it be through pills, whether it be through food or supplement, since we can get it from the sun naturally. It's not out. So I'm just shaking it up a little bit. Just gonna open it up a tad. That's the way I grew up seeing it done. Why? I don't know. A lot of stuff that black people do in their cooking, we do it because we've seen it done. But we don't know why it's been done. We just do it. And so I'm just pouring some evaporated milk that can help loosen it up a little bit. Now I'm going to add a whole stick of butter. Unsalted, salted, whatever you have in the house. We had salted at the moment. Probably unsalted since it's a sweet. I'm making dessert. But you need to put a little salt in your desserts to give it some taste, other than the salt that we learned in the lemon cheesecake episode that I did with my brother. And I'm going to go back to that episode later on in this episode. So, mashing that up in there as well. 2 eggs. I also learned the trick too from watching Guy on Guy's Grocery Games. Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. The guy was making something. He was using a bowl. Put a towel underneath your bowl so the bowl will stay stationary. Kind of. Not really working for me, but I'm like, oh, okay. And I have the oven on. I preheated it to 350. Again, that is a stationary degree that we set our oven to. Why? Don't know. You just do. And then some cinnamon. I think by now y'all know I love my cinnamon. Now, for the sugar, I'm not measuring. That should be enough. And I should have counted how much, or should have told you how many sweet potatoes I used. I don't know. So rewind the video and see how many I pick up and put in this bowl. Whew. My shoulders getting a little workout. We'll put a little more. Evaporated milk in here. I was going to add one more thing. Some OJ. Just a tad of orange juice, but we don't have any. It's not necessary. I usually don't use it. And, well, the first thing I'm going to make, on a yearly basis, a couple of years ago, it was requested that I make it. So first I'm making sweet potato pie. Just regular old sweet potato pie. And my uncle requested this from me. I made it one year. He loved it. And so that's what we're starting off with. Well, this is the second one, because in the beginning of the video you saw a recipe that I tried out. It's sweet potato cornbread. Oh my gosh, y'all need to try it. Oh my gosh. Just gonna taste it. Yeah, it needs more sugar. I do not want to go back out. I'm finished doing that, so I'm making mini ones. So I got these little shells from the grocery store, and I'm just gonna fill these up. I'm gonna take a spoon. Fill it up. If you want to get bigger pie crust, same thing. You just put more filling in the pie crust. But the filling, you can make the filling the same way I just did. Full, and there's 6 here. It's gonna be 5 after I try one. And for you guys out there that prefer pumpkin pie, the same ingredients and the same way I just made my sweet potato pie, you can make your pumpkin pie. But as for me and my house, we eat sweet potato pie. So this is what it looks like. So I'm going to put these in the oven. Get my little, you see what that says? You see what that says? That's me. That's me. And I'm just putting them on the rack in the oven. No rhyme or reason. I've never really did the minis, so this is the first time I'm doing it. We'll see how it comes out. But it should come out just like I would do a regular size sweet potato pie. And the way that we test for doneness of our sweet potato pie or any baked good is stick a toothpick in the middle. If it comes out clean, it's done. So I'm going to let those rock. I'm going to check them in about 30 minutes. But while we do that, while that's in there, on to the next one. Daylight Candles is a company where the candles are made to the preference of the customer. All candles are made with soy wax and are between 5 to 8 ounces. There are a few ways you can choose your candle. You can choose your own personal oil and or color, or you can choose a candle from one of our many candle lines. One of our candle lines is the Daylight of Autumn, featuring scents like Apple Harvest, Caramel Popcorn, Red Hot Cinnamon, Hot Apple Pie, Cinnamon Stick, Macintosh Apple, and everyone's favorite Toasted Pumpkin Spice. A portion of the proceeds for the candles that are sold for charity are given to organizations that are near and dear to the company. The Daylight Holiday line features scents that you would smell if you were to visit the beach. Sea salt and orchid, plumeria, hibiscus palm, beach linen, ocean breeze, and ocean rose. Daylight Royalty features our CEO's 2 favorite scents. One candle is called Queen, and it is infused with the scent inspired by Bath & Body Works' Mad About You fragrance. There's also Palace, and it is infused with magnolia and peony oil. Just in time for the holidays, we have the scent of the holiday lights, featuring Christmas tree, peppercorn pomander, peppermint mocha, and mistletoe, just to name a few. Daylight candles, igniting your life with fragrance and shining through the darkness. Now I'm going to take some graham crackers, and I'm going to break them up and put them in this food processor. Again, here I go referencing the lemon cheesecake episode that I did with my brother. Happy belated birthday, bro. Yeah, his birthday was Monday. My birthday is next Monday. Our parents love Valentine's Day. If you get my drift. You'll get it later on. Like I was saying, going back to the cheesecake, lemon cheesecake episode. Remember when, if you watched that episode, if you didn't, go back and watch it, you get a couple of laughs. We're going to grind up, I'm going to grind up these graham crackers like we ground up the Oreo lemon thins to make a crust. Same thing. Same idea. Almost like a dust. My mama gonna get me, y'all. I'm using all her butter. I replenished it, Mom. But, yeah. How we made the crust in the lemon cheesecake episode, that's how I'm making it. I crushed up some graham crackers, some honey graham crackers. Gonna melt some butter, gonna mix it together, and I'm gonna make a crust. For what? You'll see. I mixed the butter with the graham crackers, and now I'm going to make a crust. It's not even, and it's not perfect. But you want to try to line the pan, the bottom of whatever pan you're using. Now I'm going to pop this into the oven, yes, with the sweet potato pies, mini sweet potato pies already in there, just for like 10 minutes, just to set the crust. What I'm doing now is rolling out some dough. If you go back to another episode, not too long ago, I think 2 episodes ago, when I made the empanadas with my cousin, she mentioned something about, so, can I use this, make dough to make something else, like, I think she said something about apple pie or apple something or other. I don't do apple pie. I don't like soft fruit. So I wouldn't do that. But she sparked gave me an idea. She sparked an idea. She gave me an idea. And so I'm rolling out the dough. And I'm going to make sweet potato empanadas. Or sweet potato hand pies. So I'm rolling this out. I made it last night. If you go back to that episode, you can see how to make the dough. The only thing different is that I added sugar to it, because it's not a savory dish, it's a sweet dish. and I put it in overnight and I left it in the refrigerator all day. Probably shouldn't have done that. Probably should have did it for the 30 minutes that it says to do it for. But hey, you live, you learn. And I learned that I shouldn't have done that. So I'm just rolling this out. And I'm not going to make them as small as the empanadas were. We were told that the empanadas were small, but I'm not going to make them that small. I'm going to make them a little bigger. I'm just trying to get the dough the same width all the way around. And I couldn't find any cookie cutters, but I found some fondant cutters, fondant cutters, you know, fondant, the stuff that they put on cake. I found those, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the biggest one, see how many I can get out of using that. I'm only going to make a few, just testing it out. And instead of frying the handovers or the hand pies or the empanadas, the sweet empanadas like I did, like we did a couple weeks ago, I'm going to bake these. So this is the little set that I got of fondant cutters. I can't talk today. This is the biggest one. I found this at Michael's. So I'm just going to take the sharp edge. See, there's a rounded edge. I don't know if you can tell. And then there's a sharp edge. It's not really sharp, but... And I'm just going to put it down in the dough. And there you go. So for the next time that I'm asked to make empanadas, I have something to use to make them not so small. All right. So I checked on my crust. My crust is done for the time being. I checked on my pies. They're not quite done. I'm just doing my last. I was going to cut some more empanada or hand pie crust out, but I'm just going to do these for now just to see how they come. This is just a test. And so I'm getting ready to fold the last one. And I added some brown sugar because it still wasn't sweet enough to me, and we're running out of regular sugar. And I know I probably should replenish it. But I don't feel like going back to the store. We'll see about tomorrow. Because I know it's probably going to be needed next week. Because next week is what? Thanksgiving. This is why I'm doing this. So, I'm going to add a little bit more. And I'm just folding it over. And closing it with a fork. So here's one. Look at it, it's so pretty. Kind of thick, so we'll see how they turn out. Like I said, this is just a test. I'm going to decorate them. I found these little molds in Michael's as well. Michael's is one of my stores. And look, they look like leaves. So I'm going to press the dough in there, and I'm going to put it on top. dough. Roll it out. I do want these to be kind of thin. Kind of. So I'm going to take the dough and put it in the fondant mold and see how it comes out. Kind of. I wanted to find cutters, like cookie cutters, leaf cookie cutters. They only had Christmas stuff. Like it's too early for Christmas, y'all. Can next week come? It's not working. Maybe try a different way. But so yeah, I'm going to pop these in the oven. Again, I'm going to check on my mini pies. And we'll move on to the next part. Psych, I wasn't finished doing my sweet potato ham pies. So what you just saw me do was make egg wash. Equal parts egg, equal and water. I don't know what the equivalent of one egg is to water. So I just feel the water. I don't even know how much water I put in. But and I'm brushing my empanadas, my ham pies, my sweet potato ham pies with it. And since I did that, I'm also going to sprinkle some brown sugar on the top. I'm really excited about these. We're just going to put them back in the oven. And I'm going to bump the oven up to 400. For the next 20 minutes, I'm going to cook these 20 to 30 minutes. So about 25 minutes at 400. I'm going to take my pies out because I think they're done. There's a pie. I don't know if you can see it. So these are my pies. I'm putting them on a cooling rack so they can what? Cool. They're so cute. Push these to the side. Another thing that came to my mind, but not until I was at Michael's looking for cookie cutters, is that I saw this bundt cake tin. And I'm like, oh, that's so cute. I want to make mini sweet potato bundt cakes. So that's what I'm making next. So I bought some cake flour. I'm going to use 2 cups of that. Gotta get my leveler. There's 1, 2, and then a half a cup. And then everything else that I would put in here if I was making a regular cake is in the sweet potato batter already. So the only thing I have to put in here is a tablespoon of powdered sugar. Powdered sugar. Of baking powder. Oh, shoot. Haha. You know what I forgot? To put in the rest of it. Oh well. I forgot the salt for baking. I forgot the vanilla. It's okay. Most of this stuff is going to stay at the house. Don't forget your vanilla, y'all. If I can open it. Who closed this the last time? Oh, gosh. That was hard. Okay. I added, that's where we were. I added the baking powder. Now I'm just going to add some batter into here. More, and you want it to be like cake consistency, cake batter consistency. Oh gosh. Whew. This sweet potato is making me work. Spray my pan. I'm going to add a little whole milk to it. It's hard doing small spaces, especially when there's a hole in the middle. This is just a test. I'm gonna finish filling these. And I'll be back when I'm finished. Alright, so I'm filling the last mini bundt cake hole. This is a mess. But I'm having fun. My ham pies are out. This is that. Don't look too hard. It's a mess. So, I am going to put these in the oven for 30 minutes. And then I'm going to try my ham pies if they're cool enough. I literally just took them out the oven. But I know my mini sweet potato pies with no vanilla extract in it are cool. I'm going to try those. These are still pretty warm too. Yeah, the ham pies are still cool, or still warm, very warm. But these aren't. Try it. This is good. Oh my gosh, this is good. This is good, y'all. I guess I didn't need the more sugar because this is with less sugar. We have the brown sugar and without the vanilla extract. Oh, but it's really good and it's not too sweet. It's just right. I need another bowl. Because there's one more part. Because I still got that crust that I made. You'll see what that is. Do you want the young child in your life to learn their ABCs in a unique way? Do you want them to learn about themselves, their family history, and at the same time help them build a positive self-esteem? Well, a personalized ABC About Me book is the product for you. In this personalized book for the little one in your life, each letter of the alphabet is used to help the child learn the names of the important people in their life, places associated with them, and is used as a positive adjective to help the child develop a positive vocabulary about themselves and the people in their lives. The letters are paired with pictures for image association and people recognition. The first step to ordering the book is to fill out a form with the child's name, birth date, and birthplace. Then either by yourself or with the help of the creator of ABC About Me, Rashawn E. Forrest, yours truly, will come up with those adjectives, names of relatives, and places associated with the child. The pictures that appear in the book can come from the parent or other family members. Or a photo shoot at my studio, Life in the Daylight Studios, can be done of your little special one with props. You and I will come up with the theme and color scheme for the book. If you would like more information about ordering the child in your life a personalized ABC About Me book, please email abcaboutme@gmail.com. With ABC About Me, building a child's self-esteem and identity is easy. So I found another bowl. So now I'm going to make cheesecake batter. To know how to make the cheesecake batter, go to my lemon cheesecake episode that I did with my brother. The only difference this time, I'm only using one block. You're not going to see me make this cheesecake. Go watch that episode after you watch this episode to see how to make the cheesecake before you make, you know. I was going to make a little, like half and half kind of thing. Half cheesecake, half sweet potato pie. But my cheesecake batter is kind of loose. I don't know why. Maybe because I only used one block instead of 2 blocks of cream cheese. So it's kind of soupy. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to add some of this sweet potato pie batter to it. And this is an ode to my favorite cheesecake place, the Furlough Cheesecake. Oh my goodness, y'all. Every time I went down to Virginia Beach, every time I came up to New York from Virginia Beach, well, most times, I stopped to get me some cheesecake from them. It was right in Maryland. But unfortunately, they have closed their Maryland location and is moving down to Atlanta. So in Atlanta, y'all in for a treat. I'm going to have to come and visit y'all just to get some Furlough cheesecake. That's the only reason I would come down to Atlanta. No, it's not. I got family there, y'all. But that and JJ Fish and Chicken. That's another reason too. But now that the Furlough cheesecake is going to be down there, that's just an added bonus. But yeah, this is an ode to them. They have this sweet pea cheesecake, sweet potato cheesecake. I love it. That's my favorite thing, especially with the pecans, however you want to say it on it. That's my favorite. That was not what I planned to do, but switching it up a little bit, improvising. Since this is loose, I want to add this, or do I want to add this? I think I finished everything else. So yeah, I'm going to add mess, y'all. You know what? It looks like it's not that much, so. maybe it's more creamy than I thought. Anyway, it's still loose. I want to see how my sweet potato cheesecake turns out. I'm going to add it to my crust that I made. So I was going to make bars. Probably won't get to testing everything on this episode. I will do a little testing short. So come back tomorrow to see that, or look out for it. Because some of this stuff is still hot. It still will be hot. See, I have to still put this in the oven. All right. That's the end of everything, making everything. You saw me test out one thing. Well, two things. You saw the video of the sweet potato cornbread. I need to make that again. You saw my mini sweet potato pies. Let me go see if I can get a hand pie. They're still warm. This is how they turned out. It's good, but this needs to be a little thinner. But other than that, it's good. I would make these again. So, I'm gonna leave some goodies for Mommy and Grandma. And my bundt cakes are still in the oven. I'm gonna check those. So come back and see the rest of the eating portion. Thanks for watching. Oh no, I was gonna say, and if I don't see y'all, have a happy Thanksgiving. But I won't see y'all. Y'all need to come back on Tuesday, because I got something to show you on Tuesday. See y'all. No, don't wait till Tuesday. Come back, turn your notifications on, subscribe, turn your notifications on, so you know when I drop the rest of the testing of my sweet potato multiple ways. My root vegetable with diabetes. When you can get diabetes from eating all this stuff, all this sweet stuff. But it's not really sweet. I like it. I like it.